Hello, Kapil. Thanks for having me. I hope you can hear me well. My question is, I was reading some of your works from, I believe, a few years ago, and you mentioned Babaji, Miyamoto Musashi, Confucius, Cheng Tzu, Lao Tzu, and when I read some of their
I
quotes,
never mentioned all those people, I don't believe. I would be very shocked if I did. I mentioned Musashi. I think the rest of them maybe you brought on your own.
well, I believe it says, because unless the people around him are Jesus Christ, the Buddha, Gandhi, Lao Tzu, Cheng Tzu, Confucius, Babaji, the words and the opinions that he imbibes will be at once limited and gloriously flawed. You were making a
Oh, there
point.
you. Yeah, no, that's fine. There you have it. You stated that I did say that, so that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess you were making a point about the rarity of some of these kinds of individuals, like the masters and things like that. Um, and when I read some of their quotes, I did feel like they were communicating some of the same truths that you have communicated. And my question is, whether reading the quotes from some of these great masters of the past can be, whether their truths can be communicated and understood in the way that I could understand your quotes and your writings.
Well, I don't know. I'm no expert on those people, and uh, now that you read the sentence, it makes sense to me because I had to populate the sentence with a number of names that were known to those who read, spirituality and Zen and uh, stuff like that. So yes, those names served a purpose because the point was that um, an individual, if he's not going to be going very deep into something, as people like that apparently ostensibly have, like Buddha certainly. But some of those things are to make the sentence come alive, right? So I mean, I didn't go talk about any of those people, but they do serve a purpose in that sentence, so that makes sense to me. But the point there isn't that what they said? Because the most impressive one out of all those is Buddha, right? And what Buddha said is irrelevant. It, I won't call it nonsense, but it might as well be because like there's no reason to write a book called or the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. That doesn't do anything. As soon as you prescribe something, these are the four things, these are the eight things. It's 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 fantasy to think that that is going to do anything. I mean, and in Buddha's saving grace actually is that as the story goes, I wasn't there, but as the story goes, when he achieved enlightenment, the things that he found, he wanted to keep to himself, which was wise, which is what he should have done. His instincts were correct. Because he said, I could explain these things to people, but no one's going to get this. It's too much. It's too deep. No one's going to understand this. And as the story goes, Brahma came to him and said, no, you have gained great wisdom, and you definitely, I implore you to go share your insights with the world. And therefore he did. Where did that get to? It didn't get anywhere. They created a religion in his name, Buddhism. What was that do? Buddha wasn't a Buddhist. So the point of that sentence isn't that you should follow the words of those people. The point of that sentence, I mean, it isn't even that you should follow I have nothing for you to follow. What are you going to follow? I have nothing for you to follow. You can manufacture something and you can prescriptionize my words, but I'm nothing I can do about that. I mean, I just state things as they are, and there's no interest. I have no interest in that you should believe it. one should examine things through his own experiences. Uh, look for himself. Don't be dependent upon me or anybody else. The idea of this idol worship and this putting people on pedestals and doing what they say, it's all nonsense. Nobody, it makes no sense to follow anybody. If something is written that you find to be true and you have verified it in your own experience, then that perhaps has an effect upon you. If it doesn't, then it doesn't.